All right, welcome back, everybody. That was a long, like, 10 minutes without you, but we're very glad you're back. We have a special guest for this particular run. Uh, Volgher, would you like to explain who we're seeing on screen right now? Who is the protagonist of this doll pursuit here?
Okay, so the hunt gets tiresome for a while. It keeps happening and happening again. And the doll just gets sick of helping hunters, you know? So she asks me to let her hunt this time. So this is the doll. She's tired of Germans, for lack of a better word, bullshit.
Whoa.
And she decided to take matters into her own hands and end it all. So there's a few things. I can't use clothes until I get the doll set. And I can't level myself up because the doll can't level herself. Unless maybe there's a chance that she uncovers her true inner level up power by the end. And maybe she can level up to kill Gurman and finish the hunt.
We might have a power of friendship moment if
Yes.
we are in it. All right.
Okay.
Seems like you're ready to go.
I am ready to go. So this is basically any percent with Gurman. Just letting you guys know
All right. Oh, and that's
what
time. We're
what you're
starting.
in for. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Timer started just as soon as you started waking up in the clinic.
That's perfect.
Exactly.
Okay. She's already there.
Don't ask how the doll got in the clinic. It just works, okay?
Yep. It
It
just
takes a bit for the
works.
doll to find herself.
Sometimes she wear a hood if it's necessary. But
Gehrman taught her how to do that.
yeah.
You know, going under cover of darkness. Now, this is going to be pretty interesting because at its core, this is blood level 4 any percent. So we get to see a fairly different early game, and the boss fights are going to be very different from the run we just watched. Lower stats, weapons going to be less upgraded. It's going to be very neat. Make sure that when you go into the Hunter's Dream, you don't look at the doll. That'll cause a paradox.
Yeah, true.
You know what we need to do? We need to bring Cleric Route back.
Wow.
I'm
That's
sorry
one
for
route
all.
for sure.
Yeah, sorry to all the Cleric Beast lovers out there. The Cleric Beast will not be making an appearance today. I mean, he will, just not in this run. He will be appearing several other times today, that's for sure. Yeah, so this is starting out basically the same way as all bosses would. The differences will come along a little bit later. There's going to be some very cool stuff that's exclusive to any percent in terms of skips and whatnot. But, you know, this is just the basics. You're grabbing your saw cleaver, grabbing your pistol. You don't get to wear any clothes because this is all percent.
Yep.
You're not going to notice much of a difference very early in the game with the blood level 4 stats. It'll be basically the same at first, but some of the fights later on are going to be pretty spicy. Especially Gehrman. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, German's gonna be weird.
Yeah, blood level 4, and you don't even have the luxury. I mean, I guess you could go out of your way. I don't know what you have planned. But assuming the rest of it is standard any percent, you won't even have particularly great gems or a super upgraded weapon for it.
I will get the gems. Just, you know.
That's smart. Yeah, it's probably faster to get the gems, honestly. I'm not sure what you do in normal blood level 4 any percent. Well, you don't fight Gehrman. You're going the extra mile. That's going to be the source of your shonen protagonist power at the end. You put in the
Yes.
extra work, so you're gonna get powerful. It's like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Pretty much
Oh.
exactly the same thing.
Ah! Oh my god, what?
There. So what you just saw was a display of the powerful hardware on the PS4 or the PS5, where if you fall down, it doesn't know how to load in the ground graphics.
Yep.
You just see through the world there. That's just how the doll sees the world all the time. Yeah, that's how not doll skip. What's wrong with me? That's how what do you call it? That's how sewer skip goes sometimes. Like, if you mess up one input on that menuing to quit out, your brain doesn't know what to do. You haven't prepared for this, so you just fumble and die. It happens to me every time, even if on paper it's easy to fix it. Yeah, the doll's never been in Yarnum before. She's just getting a feel for the place, you know?
Oh, this is pretty bad.
Oh well, as long as you don't
But what about the doll in the abandoned workshop?
she's you can't look at that one either.
Yeah,
That's like a
we'll
double
talk about that
paradox.
one.
It'll erase time if you look at her. Yeah, I agree. Having more eccentric and creative runs like this is one of the fun parts of seeing marathons and events and stuff like that.
Former dolls that fought the cause, true.
Peanut, is it kosher to share the schedule
What?
link? Someone
Yes,
asked.
I will link it in the chat. Give me one moment.
All right. See, here's the worst part of running with logos is it feels like you're losing like 15 minutes here, but it actually only takes like an extra like couple seconds per quit out. Thank you, Volgher. See, he has so much time, he could probably type an essay like every time he quits out.
Exactly. Quit outs.
There we go. Yeah, that's not too hard, but if you don't make it, it just spirals. You get impatient, but we skipped the sewers, ladies and gentlemen, and people who aren't ladies or gentlemen. We did it. Next up is Gascoigne, and he's going to be basically the same as on like a normal run. You don't feel the BL4 difference for a little bit.
I got thiggies. For
Got
the
some extra
jams
bold
thing
marks.
later.
You're going to need all those extra blood echoes to not level up.
Yep. Oh my god.
Didn't the exact same thing happen to you in all bosses? What
yes!
What's his problem?
My luck, man.
There we go. Alright, and that is beautiful backstab. Very crisp.
Oh. Oh, that was so weird.
Not having armor here is actually kind of a problem. You're going to be a little bit more squishier, yeah. Love Gascoigne shooting behind himself, by the way. What a gamer.
What the hell was that? This is so scuffed.
This is just like the standard Gascoigne experience. He can do whatever he wants. What is happening?
Oh my god. I don't know anymore.
Crisp backstab though. No, see, this is we're just trying to show off as much of the fight as possible. We want to see the full moveset.
What? Oh my god.
What is with the
funny.
hitboxes today?
Oh.
There we go. Well, we got it now.
The doll's getting used to it, okay?
Physics
Yeah.
don't apply in Gascoigne's arena.
Yep.
At least we didn't get a satellite Molotov.
True.
Sometimes you throw a Molotov and it just goes up somewhere. I don't know. I can't wait for the doll to find some clothes. Not gonna lie.
We're getting there.
Man, the name of the Blood Gem Workshop tool in Portuguese is a mouthful. That was like
Let
at
me-
least
let me
15
check.
words.
Ferramenta de gema de sangue da oficina.
That's a lot more letters than in Blood Gem Workshop Tool.
Maybe. Probably. Okay. I think I'm gonna get the... What's their name? The vials in...
Old
Volgher.
Yarnum?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ultimate peach, but it's very worth it. Alright, these dogs can be real annoying sometimes, but at least on the way out, you can be prepared to do a quit out. On the way in, though, it's anybody's game. They'll just maul you to death, and there's... You don't lose that much time from it, but it's very annoying. It feels bad to quit out, too, at least when you have to deal with logos. Alright, well, we didn't have to. There's the Madman's Knowledge. That's impossible to not animation cancel. Alright, now I'm curious. Will you grab the old Yarnum lamp?
I'm curious though.
I think I'm gonna do it this time.
Hey, everybody, did you hear that? He's curious. Eh? Eh?
Ah?
They're laughing. Trust me.
I see what you did there.
I don't even see what I did there. There we go. We grab the cocktails. We grab the lamp. We're going to grab the blood vials. Here's a fun question for everyone to ponder at home. How did Jura get the note on that side of the door for the hunter to read it? Maybe it's like for the same reason there can be 3 dolls at once. You just don't think about it.
Logic can get weird.
All right, here's first little difference is we're not gonna have the spare insight for bloodstone shards, so we're gonna kill some extra wandering madness on the way. That looked a tiny bit close, but we're good.
Yep.
See, something nice about not having armor is you actually take less fall damage. There is even though there isn't an actual equip load stat, there is like a hidden like weight system for items that will dictate how much fall damage you take. And you can save time, you know, and heals by not, by, like, unequipping armor for certain falls and stuff. You ever get some hood strats?
I think the place that was most relevant, at least from my memory, was it used to be back in the day when we used to grab 2 weapons, and on that drop to the abandoned workshop, if you had both equipped, you could die.
See, I didn't know that, because, you have to be a real psychopath to equip the threaded cane for the whole run, I'm just saying.
I was happy when well, it was kind of a double-edged sword when we got rid of the cane for the orphanage key skip, because I'm not kidding, the biggest question as a runner we'd always get is, how the fuck did you get 2 weapons? Everybody, that was like the most asked question by far.
Other than, did you
What?
forget
And it was literally just, hey, spam the
Oh
button.
my god.
Whoa.
Wow!
Yeah, that'll happen. Well, hey,
Nice
it's good that we
hitbox.
got the, it's good that we got the lamp.
Yup.
Yeah, that's not a blood level 4 thing. That's just cleric beast. That's not cleric beast. That's bloodstark beast.
One of those
It's gonna be a
beasts.
long day. There are a lot of beasts in this game. Don't look at the doll. Don't look at her.
Ah!
No! You don't want to wipe out time. See, if you die at any point before, I believe it's before, well, it'd be before Amelia. I think in this run it'd be different since you're not going to level up. Well, no, you'd go to the dream at basically the same time anyway. If you die before that first dream visit, you get forced into the dream, and you have to take, like, an extra warp of shame. There we go. That's a much cleaner old random skip. Well, not much cleaner, but you get to see it again. Something nice about Old Yarnum Skip is there are 2 different Old Yarnum Skips, and both of them are cool. You have old random skip and new old random skip. But new old random skip is still like 10 years old or something. I don't know.
I'll be honest, I can't remember the last time I did a fog wall BSB. I wonder what that's like.
And he's got one cocktail, so you can get some free hits in at least, maybe like one free backstab.
Nope.
Thank you, Bloodstarved Beast. Yeah, if you want to be really fast at Bloodborne, you can have fun doing YOLO BSB every time you play the video game. Fun and big air quotes. I don't know why people would do that to themselves. Some people are built different. They'll do anything for that speed.
In my experience, it was a lot. I had it on a pedestal. I didn't think it was as bad as I made it be in my head. Just because you can pretty much stagger lock it in for the most part.
Be careful of that poison.
Yeah. Pay
Yeah.
attention.
That's why they put antidotes
wow.
on the other side of that little thing by the lamp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that way you
Fact.
can pick them up
Casual
after
fun
the
fact.
boss. Yeah, pick them up after the boss fight and go, oh, I could have used these.
Nice job, Gigi.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid BSB there. See, you get a nice accidental demonstration of YOLO BSB. You're buying some extra vials, nice and peachy. Now, here is where things really take a turn. Any percent has a lot of awesome exclusive skips. And we're going to see the first one coming up here very shortly.
First, I need to get the shorts.
Yeah, that's another little difference, is you get to go pick up extra Bloodstone shards because you don't have the insight to spare. It's soulful, you know, those extra pickups. Again, if you have to work for it, it makes you more of a winner. When you go out and you pick up those Bloodstone shards by yourself with your own hands, you win. You don't win if you just buy them with insight. But it's very convenient. You can pick up a few there. There's like 5 right here or something. Or the next pickup is 5. Game just showers you with them. But back to your regularly scheduled programming. We're finally going to get some clothes. Did you anticipate how painful it would be to pick up the doll set and then not sell it for blood echoes that you won't use? Yeah, very sly, showing off your work, recreating the doll pixel perfectly. I made a joke about it earlier, but I wonder with the Cleric Beast AI break if that route will make a comeback. I imagine it won't, but who knows. It's not really a thing anymore, but there used to be like a competitive route. I don't know if it was ever the fastest, but you would do Cleric Beast first and then you would not fight Amelia. I don't remember when that stopped being a thing, but people ran it for a while. It was a very cool route. No, routing in the umbilical cord, use Sly Dog. And the animation cancel, oh my god.
We're getting out of the hunter's ring with this one.
Alright, now coming up is going to be our first super cool any percent exclusive glitch. I'm gonna look real silly if I've been building it up and then he doesn't end up doing it, but I think Volgher will. As Amelia skip. You better not be going silent on me because you're not doing it.
No, I'm doing it. Don't worry.
Good. Good. You would have embarrassed me.
Do it.
But here, give a little explanation on how it works. It's a very common through line with Tricks and Souls games, is we're going to use a death cam here. I'm not sure when exactly this was found, but there was some skip that was found first. It might have been Sensegate skip, I'm not sure. But in one of the games, just ignore that. One of the games, death cam trick was discovered, and because all these games are very similar under the hood, we realized that you could extend that to a whole bunch of different games. And a whole bunch of death cam skips were found from there on. And I am buying time until we see the death cam, which will be shortly, any second.
Oh, you gotta be kidding!
That's a pretty tough drop. You don't lose that much time, but it's pretty annoying to have to run back up.
Yep.
But the basic idea here is you land on the fence there, and then you can do like a somewhat precise roll, and you'll see what happens. You get to go Resident Evil mode. The pants are coming off to make it easier to line up, okay?
Come on, dude.
No judgments. Yeah, the game sucks. What can you do? What?
Look
That
at
guy can
those
climb
guys.
ladders?
Yeah.
That's insane. What? This is insane. Never been seen before. You're just having a little slap fight, because what else are you gonna do?
Yep. I have to wait.
The doll's bloodthirsty.
You don't see it typically when you quit out because it'll reset their position, but if you don't, then 1 to 2 times it'll come around.
Yeah. That's something that
It's definitely
never
much
explained,
better
right?
to be long than short on this, on like the fence landing, because you just for that reason specifically.
Yeah, there we go. So this is a death cam. So when you take a lethal fall, there are some falls, usually they're over bottomless pits or what have you. There are 2 separate triggers. One of those triggers is the one that gives you the death camera for the, cinematic you died screen. The other one is the one that actually kills you. So what we did here is Volgher fell in a specific way to trigger the camera, but not the death. And in this state, nothing will load, but nothing will deload either. So.
Oh my god. It's been a while since I've done this.
Yeah, the movement here is tough because you get tank controls, Resident Evil style, and it can be pretty tough to navigate. You have to run through.
You pretty much always have to be holding the directional stick forward, else your character spins in place. It's kind of it's hard to explain. Like it's very much nice, like on like Dark Souls and all the PC games, you can use your arrow keys, right? Well, we don't have that luxury, which actually kind of came in handy, at least when I went and did DS1 after Bloodborne. I was like, oh, this isn't, I could just do it and not have to really worry about it. Because typically people switch from controller to keyboard and vice versa.
Yeah, not only do you have to do this on controller, but it's one of the more in-depth, or one of the more convoluted paths you have to run through a death cam.
It's really a curious design choice of why don't have the camera and the death plane, at the same spot. Who knows?
No, you're curious.
True.
There we go. We did it. So I sort of glazed over what exactly was happening there, but like I said, nothing will load, but nothing deloads. So you can walk through the password door to the Forbidden Woods because that's not loaded in. And then when you quit out, you'll load back in. Everything will load as normal, and you can skip Amelia that way. It's very cool.
You don't need no password.
Yeah, the password.
But you can't go back up either. That's why when you do like the wolf skip, you can't go back up through there.
Yeah, there's no going back, except for if you warp, then you can go back. But we don't talk about that.
Well, I'm actually not gonna do a HUD skip or level up right now, because I'm gonna level up just once before a ROM to uplift 6. It's gonna make shadows take a while, but I don't know.
Turning them into a punching bag is nice and therapeutic, though.
Yep.
Yeah, here we skip Amelia. She sucks anyway. No one likes her. And just taking that normal old stroll through the Forbidden Woods, grabbing all the upgrade materials. And I wonder if we're going to see HUD skip today. I wonder if BLT is going to do it. Because he's running a regular rolled any percent next. HUD skip is very hard. HUD skip is really 3 skips in a trench coat. Because you do the skip, through the idea is you can go out of bounds a bit and you can clip into the shortcut door, and then there's another skip to get down the elevator shaft without actually having to unlock the shortcut. And then there's another slope put out to get down to the bottom, and you can skip basically all of Forbidden Woods doing that. But it's very, very, very hard. And once we're past...
It's not easy.
I mean, nothing in this game is easy. Except for, I don't know, I'm sure there's something that's easy. I was gonna think of something funny. But my brain's fried.
Cleric.
Cleric? I don't know, man. Have you tried running the Cleric Beast any % route? Don't do that, it's slow.
I wouldn't want... I wouldn't wish that on my enemies.
It's cool to have to fight Cleric Beast as like an actual fight, but it's slow. Alright, here we are. Shadow skip. Nice and smooth. Well, you're not skipping shadows. It'd be cool if you could.
Why would you want to do that?
was
Shadows is the
weird.
best boss in the game.
It is really fun to fight. Not so fun to like die to and lose a bunch of time though. Or have to reset. It was a huge stress point, even if it was a fun fight. It is nice to not have to worry about it anymore.
Be lying if I said it wasn't a reset point.
Oh yeah, it was. Even though, like, I gotta say, I'm saying it's a fun fight. It was fun to fight them. It was also a nightmare, because it was probably the hardest fight in the run, and there was only so much you could do to make them easier. Like Gascoigne, there are like various strats you can do for him. You can parry him, you can pick up extra Molotovs, you can make him pretty comfy. Shadows, there's only so much you can do, and they were really hard.
Dude, what is happening?
I grew to appreciate them mostly because they truly taught me how to like master camera control.
Maybe
Like,
it's just
'cause-
Stockholm Syndrome.
Probably.
I would say they're one of the best gank fights in the series, but I'm also insane, and I like enjoy
Dude.
fighting shadows. So what can you do?
What?
The doll
I
has
mean,
never done this
I
skip
wouldn't want to
before.
do the gank fight in DS2, that's for sure. I've seen enough bad clips of that.
Gank Squad. You do not besmirch their name.
I mean, they're cool, but like they don't look fun to fight. Not at all.
I sentence you
dist
to
race
full
clips
level 1
enough.
Dark Souls 2. Nah. Give him a
Dude.
chance.
You get Havel plus the archer guy plus I can't remember the other one.
He wears the Alpha set and he has a katana. He's a real edgelord.
But this Shadows freeze actually wasn't a thing for quite a long time. Like when I first got into running, I don't know, 2017, 18 roughly. I mean, this
Dude,
wasn't a
something
thing.
is
We thought it was
happening.
lost. And then kind of a combo of Cookie and Dist were the ones who found this. Reintroduced the freeze. So shout out
Yeah.
Cookie and Distortion.
Cookie has found so much stuff for this game, it's crazy. If there's a skip in this game, you can bet it was probably Cookie or Hex that found it.
Or Dank Oyster.
I
Oh,
do not.
fine.
Dank Oyster must have been before my time. There we
He
go.
found Ladder Warp and a couple other ones. He was like OG. Before my time. I defer to KC Smurf on that one.
That's another ancient name. This is the nature of doll percent. It's like rousing up the ancient legends of the Bloodborne speedrunning history.
Yes.
Haven't ruined it by running it. But so true.
Hey, BLT, if you run Dark Souls 3, I'll come back to Dark Souls 3 too.
Be
Do
careful
it.
about that.
You won't. You won't.
Doing promises like that got me into. Now I have to do a DS2 speed run. So be careful what you wish for.
Do you think the shadows are aware that they're being beaten to death right now and there's nothing they can do about it?
God, I hope so.
I mean, in theory, they're like Nazgul, right? They're like shallow husks.
I don't know what they are. They just kind of show up.
I mean, it definitely looks easy to just beat on these guys not moving, but there is actually some skill to keeping them grouped. Because that's like,
Yeah.
if they're not grouped up, then you're only hitting one at a time and it's slow, right? Oh, I casually meme on DS2. I like it. It's a fun game. But it's also just too easy to make fun of it. I'll
Yeah,
still
you,
contend that at least DS2, the directors had uh, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Courage to go and do new things,
hey,
like
at least you got the lamp.
power stancing and stuff like that.
Here's the thing. Every game is easy except for Dark Souls 2 because Dark Souls
Does
2 doesn't
that
give you
bug
free
you,
iframes.
Volgher? Does that bug
Yeah.
you, Volgher? See what I
It
did there?
does. It does.
I like how that guy is only ever a problem if you light the lamp. It's like the game's punishing you for being a douche. Yeah, go get your blood echoes. I would try to pronounce all the Portuguese that's on screen, but I don't want to. I don't want to offend our Brazilian viewers, and I don't want to embarrass myself too much.
So I thought this was a fun fact. So I'm from the U.S. and I have a U.S. copy which has Portuguese in parentheses. It says Brazil as a language choice. When I got the Game of the Year edition from Europe, Portuguese was not on the language list, which I thought was funny because Portugal is in Europe.
That's actually funny.
It got replaced by German.
Apologies
Got
to
replaced by
Portugal.
German? Oh.
Yeah. Brazilian Portuguese is so much cooler anyway. I don't know how Portugal threw their own language so hard.
Yeah. They
I'm
fumbled.
sorry. Yeah. Brazilian Portuguese is just cooler.
True facts never have been spoken. Truer facts.
All right, now we're coming up on ROM, and because this is any percent, you don't have quite the same resources as you do in all bosses. You don't have bolt paper. You don't have the same number of levels, and it's going to be a much tougher fight. Though hopefully it won't go quite as. What the heckies? What's going on?
Wow.
Why is the game so scary all the time? Can I give you a break?
Yeah, dude.
Man, you don't see the Garden of Eyes chase you that far very often. It must really like you. Maybe it's a side effect of being the doll.
Yeah, probably. Oh.
Man, can you believe you used to use an elixir here? Like, that used to be a thing. That's insane. I think that was all bosses only, but still, we've come a long way. So, ROM any percent is a lot tighter. You need to get a very good spider clear here to, not to put the pressure on, but you really need a solid spider clear to make it, to make the strats work. You don't have bolt paper, so that's a lot of damage. You don't have the same levels. Thankfully, we're seeing some solid play here. They aren't being mean.
Oh.
Thank you, Bloodborne. Yeah, sometimes you get a spider that does that. I mean, it could have been worse. You got some of your health back. You got that beast meter. It was a blessing in disguise. Yeah, see, that is a concerning amount of damage.
Oh no! That's not good.
That is not good. Yeah, so if you aren't positioned quite correctly, you'll sort of get caught on her big dumb head, and then you'll get carried with her in the spin attack, or the charge attack won't connect in the way you want it to. Absolute cinema, or I should say, absolute dookie. This game sucks.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna get awkward.
At least you have the win. There are worse places to die.
Yeah, but the lack of fire prepper will make a difference.
Oh yeah, right. This isn't all bosses. This isn't cushy all bosses. This is real gamer hours.
Yep. This is gonna get awkward.
You just gotta lock in. You gotta use the power of friendship to surpass the doll's limits. I believe in you.
Thank you.
Yeah, any
It's a
percent
hard thing to
is
do.
it is a hard thing to do. Any percent looks very scary. All bosses is difficult in its own way. Yeah, it's a much longer run. There's more you have to learn technically, and a lot of it is quite difficult. But in any percent, you just have much less margin for error. Your damage is lower. You don't have nearly as many resources. So, especially considering this is a much lower level run as well.
Yeah.
There we go. I like how he just ignores you, even if you try to hop off his tail. He doesn't care. Yeah, lack of fire paper, like Volgher said, will make this a bit awkward, but it'll still be doable. Nothing's impossible. Never give up.
What?
What was that? Pardon me? What was that hitbox? Miyazaki-san, what are you doing?
PS2 hitbox moment.
That was a Dark Souls 1 hitbox moment. Have you ever seen the Titanite Demon hitboxes? They'll make you weep.
Oh yeah, that one is very bad. You're right.
Thank you, Bloodborne. This is some pretty good play with the spider clear. Because the spiders will kind of roam around, and they're little jerks. They do whatever they want. So you have to play around them to an extent.
Oh, happened again. Okay.
Yeah, the slightest mispositioning will make that happen.
To me, is the difference between seeing the feet of the character or not, you know?
Oh yeah.
You don't see it properly with the dress.
I didn't even think about that, but that's also why runners will take the chest armor off for some skips, especially in all bosses.
What can I do?
You weep because this is ROM, and ROM says no fun allowed.
Yeah. Let me think. Maybe I can do something about this. Where can I find some paper?
It would be slow, but you could go pick up the Sword Hunter. No, that doesn't work. Never mind. I was thinking of the wrong badge. I was going to say go to the workshop, but that gives you the wrong paper.
Oh.
Alex Gaming Pleb says, Forest Pellets, paper is slow, but up in BSB's area.
Yeah, that's the one I remember. That's the only one I remember. It's pretty slow. I know where it is. Yeah.
It's okay. The doll doesn't know what's going on. Oh, you actually can buy it if you pick up the Sword Hunter badge from the workshop, but that might be even slower than doing getting it from Old Yarnum. Yeah, it definitely is. I don't know what I'm thinking, even though I wasn't wrong. Yeah, this is what it's all about. You don't get to see this in PBs. You got to learn to improvise, pick up extra resources where you can. Extra 2 bolt paper will go a long way. I will say the facepalm animation when you mark out is very appropriate for this game.
Very. Very appropriate.
And I wish I could say it's smooth sailing after ROM, but one Reborn can be an even bigger pain with lower damage than you have in all bosses. When the fight goes well, it looks like you're just spamming R1 and L1 and the boss dies, and it can feel like that, but when it goes wrong, there is no boss that's more infuriating.
It also, in my opinion, is the only boss that actually has a big deal of RNG because of the fireballs.
Yeah,
You know
sometimes
what
you
I
just
mean?
get left alone. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're just pelted constantly, and like you get hit by the kicks and all this nonsense, and it's awful.
Yeah. I think it's the only fight that if you have a really really bad RNG, there's not much you can do.
Especially in any percent. Like in all bosses, you can power through it to an extent, especially with the hunter set.
Yeah.
But in any percent, like what are you gonna do?
Okay.
But third time's the charm with Rom. There we go. Oh, my throat's starting to hurt. This is what happens when you don't project your voice properly, and you yap too much. There's so much explaining to do, but your throat starts locking up. We can blame Bloodborne.
Always blame Bloodborne.
Thank you, Miyazaki. This is pretty nice. They're stacking up for you. You can get a lot of those double transforms off. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it looks like when the spiders cooperate very nicely. You'd love to see it. Yeah, that was a very good spider clear. And be extra mindful of your positioning here.
Oh, that's so funny!
Oh no. In the
Oh my
wrong
God, what is
direction.
happening?
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hold the wrong direction on the stick, and now like your life's in danger. Well, that extra teleport at least gives you some time to think about your life choices. Yeah, that AoE is huge, and you can't really iframe it. You have to roll out. It's pretty annoying, but
It
here,
lingers for a while.
Yeah, I think as long as you play it safe here, you should be able to get the kill.
Wow.
I believe.
Oh, she's dead. Ah.
There we go, and it's that easy.
An insane like strafing. Except for that
In
end
the
part.
instant teleport.
Yeah, I
back in it.
know.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. From here, it's a pretty straightforward shot to the end, at least. You know, one Reborn can be a real jerk, and so can Mikkel. Actually, it's not a straight shot at all. This game sucks. Nah, it's a good game. It's just not good to us sometimes. I say us like I'm doing anything. But no detour for the
You're
Cathedral
here.
Ward key. It's straight to the straight to Old Yarnum skip. No, I did the same thing two runs in a row. Yahargul skip.
What?
I called it Old Yarnum skip again.
Oh.
You sound so disappointed.
Back in the day, they used to do this twice.
Could you imagine?
I did it for a bit before the cannon became a thing. Wolf skip routes.
Oh, you had to do it twice in Wolf skip?
Wolf skip, no cannon. When that was still a thing, yeah, you did it twice because you do.
Oh, God.
You do Parl after,
What?
like when you were all leveled up. Uh-oh.
Oh, well, at least, I mean, as long as you took the lamp, it's not a huge deal to die here, at least.
Yeah, I took it.
You don't
But
need those
sometimes...
echoes, do you?
No.
I was gonna say they might be on the halfway.
Yeah, that can happen. I'm not sure if he was on there long enough to save his position, but you never know. This game can be very weird and inconsistent about where it leaves your echoes.
There it is.
Yeah, sometimes I'm not sure if that's like effectively random or not, but the idea is it's supposed to line you up in a way where even if you don't get knocked down there immediately, that bow will inch you off just enough, but sometimes you're just a pixel too far forward, I guess. There you go. Yeah, don't forget those chunks. Very important.
See, he did something real subtle there where he went to the other side to pick up that pickup. Can't remember if that's pellets or what that is, but it actually makes that guy turn to the left, and so then you don't have to like dodge him when you come out of that little hole. It's kind of nice little peach strat, as it would be.
Yeah, it's hard to point them all out because there's quite a lot of it, and some of it's very subtle, but there are tons of little manipulations like that you can do where you path a specific way or manage your stamina a certain way. Like there, a lot of people will heal specifically to like bait out an attack from the wolf, for example. Make it easier to pick up that pellet. Not pellet, it's a blood gem.
I used to actually, even like sometimes I'd be full health for whatever reason, I'd still eat a vial just for the timing and to bait guy, because like if I didn't do it, it would just destroy my rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah, understandable.
And it's something that you're not going to get unless you start running the game yourself, and you pick up on that over time. And you'll wonder, why do people manage stamina or path a very specific way here? And then you'll try doing it a different way, and then you'll get weird stuff happening. You'll be like, oh, that's why. Yay, body rain, fireballs. Wonderful. One Reborn is really janky, but like in a way that's sort of beneficial, because you can R1 the body there and it counts for a lot of hits. Like you can get double hits on the arm and on the head, and it stacks up for a lot of damage.
Nice. That was perfect, actually.
I love the pun. Yeah, that was a really nice fight, even though you got some bad
physics.
Yeah.
No, you were perfect in staying in the pocket right there. You were like just outside the AoE range. But if you like the body takes more damage there than the leg does. So if you stay just close enough, you can get full damage. Yeah, the reason though you can get the like such insane like regen, like rally, pellet, etc. I remember one of the challenge runners, though I think it was, told me that it's like the body and the torso, like the body torso on top, they're both different like entities, I guess it would be. So you can essentially get double hits.
And there's a bit of a requirement there for strats to work to actually land as many of those double hits as possible. It comes up more than you'd think just by looking at the game, but learning how to properly aim your attacks is important for a lot of strats to work, whether it's to hit the right limbs or to hit a limb at all. It can be pretty difficult to snipe the correct parts of the boss's body. You see that a lot on Lawrence, for example, and all bosses. One of the most satisfying parts of this game to me is nailing the boss strats, because they can be pretty precise, but when you pull them off, it feels great. Bloodborne can be a very consistent game in that way, even though it's pretty brutal.
That's true.
Really it shows, well, the speedruns and pellets especially just emphasize how broken limbs and the damage like on broken limbs can really change the course of a fight speed wise.
Yeah, there are so many fights where you just stunlock them to death. The boss can't really do anything at all. And you stack that on top of, like, you get the damage multipliers from the pellet and the limb, and also from your blood gems and so on, and you just melt stuff. Like, Ludwig dies in 10 seconds in all bosses, and even in any percent. Like, you're not upgrading your weapon that much, and you're not getting that many levels, and you still do a very, very good amount of damage just from Beast Blood pellets.
Yeah, that's more of a testament to how broken Beast Blood pellets are. Literal cheat code.
Yeah, for reference, having any beast meter at all is like a 20% physical damage increase. Like, that's a multiplicative bonus on top of everything else. And then the fuller it is, I believe it caps out at like 80% more. So it is a ton. Like in all bosses, like you saw at the end of the last run, it's just lets you do like basically twice as much damage when it's full. It's absolutely nuts. We've moved on from hood strats to bonnet strats.
Yep.
It's actually kind of that's more of, I would say, a pretty recent development. The whole toggling clothing to kind of like manipulate the AI or kind of essentially stall the AI. It makes people like things not react to you so you can run past them. You'll see it in a lot of top runs now. Like
Yeah,
like running up to Gascoigne on the bridge, people do it there. That's just one example.
I'm not sure exactly when it started to be used, but it
It,
is
it's
it
kind of
is
it's
more
it's kind
recent.
of the same concept as toggling in like DS1,
Yeah, I think
but we
toggling in this game
can't really
also.
toggle it as efficiently.
Yeah, I think it also messes with the AI, but not as efficiently. It's not to the same degree. So for this game, it's a lot better to, spam equip the your helmet.
I always had the like I never had nothing I never had evidence to validate this, but tricking my weapon, just going from extended to closed and vice versa. While I'm running, I always felt like it did stuff to kind of would hang the AI up sometimes for pathing.
I
I
I
again
think
have
Forest.
nothing to validate that, but it always felt like
I
it.
think Forrest back in the day also like was doing some research with it. He couldn't figure like what caused it, but he said, "Hey, if you do this, the enemies kind of look weird." He figured out like that. Okay, this.
Yeah, grabbing that shortcut's a good call. Also,
Oh,
20% only blood gem. Maybe. Uh-oh.
oh,
Funny dogs.
funny dogs.
At least they aren't the ones with bird heads. Oh wait, they are. Never mind. That's even more disrespectful. See, you wonder why people back in the olden days had superstitions about, uh, I don't know, their humors or whatever, being in balance to stay healthy. You're like, how do people believe that stuff? And then you look at speedrunners
Oh,
today, and they're just like, I feel like toggling my weapon here makes me go do like the Swedish RNG. I just feel it in my bones. And then you understand
yeah.
why people thought the Earth was flat.
Okay.
There we go. No, not there we go. What? Yeah, the doll does that sometimes. Not the doll, the other doll, the puppet. Someone at From
This
Software
is
thought it
a
would be...
weird spot to fight in.
Yeah, Miko, you're not supposed to be here, man. At least you can still kind of get him up against the wall.
Yep.
Someone at From Software thought it would be very, very funny if they gave the marionette iframes like during its sidesteps and during some of its attacks too.
Uh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta
So
wait a while.
I'm getting like most chunks because I'm going for a +9 too.
Yeah, anything to make Garriman easier, because man,
Yep.
he's a tough fight in all bosses, let alone with the setup you're going with. But at least you don't have to worry about Moon Presence afterwards. That means you don't have to. You can take your time in Peach a little bit more.
Yeah.
In all bosses, there's the pressure of making Garriman go as fast as possible so you can have a good Moon Presence.
Oh!
Double Swedish? Oh my god. This is going to be doll % world record.
Yep.
I'm calling it right now. After last run, you're being very, very careful.
Yeah.
Here's how it's supposed to go. You can
What
see
are you
already
doing, dude?
the damage is a lot. Yeah.
Oh no! 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 Fuck!
Uh-oh. Oh, and now you have the puppet.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay, this is awkward.
Iframing a call beyond is like on pay. Oh my god.
No way!
No! The game sucks.
Oh man.
Oh my god, dude! No way. Okay.
Oh well, you got the elevator, so.
Yeah. Think
Miko, at
I'm gonna have
least.
to hit the woods to get some pellets.
Oh well.
That or do phase one without a pellet.
Phase one
Yeah.
without a pellet. I mean, if he stays in the hallway, it's not so
The
bad.
thing
It
is,
just
I
takes a
only have
while.
one pellet, so I gotta hit the woods.
Yeah. True.
Feels, man.
Good
It
job not
happens.
looking at the doll. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Did my best.
Miko, at least, it's still drag to die to any boss, but Miko at least doesn't really change if you die to him. There are some bosses where if you die to them and you have to go through the fog gate, like the entire fight changes. Miko is the same no matter what.
He's
See,
an
this is where,
asshole.
yeah,
every
he's
time.
always an asshole. Yep. Even when he behaves, you still hate him. I mean, when it goes well, at least it feels good to like bowling him into a corner
Just
and
in
steal his
case I'm
lunch
gonna
money.
grab the other ones too.
Yeah, it never hurts to have more pellets.
Definitely a hot
Oh,
commodity.
what am I doing?
In the
What am I doing?
I would say pellets are pretty limited.
Yeah, even though you can get a bunch extra, like you can still run out, especially at any percent where you don't get, 50 bajillion insight. And you can't buy extras, and you don't get a lot of excuses to go out of your way to, more
Yes, that's a
pickups.
big thing. You can't buy extras.
Yeah.
You can
And
once you get to the DLC or it's the oh
It's
shoot.
No,
been-
you have to get a badge by the brain sucker in Upper Cathedral.
yeah, that's the unlock. Also, I believe to get the other beast blood pellets, I think you have to go around the way where you do
Yeah,
yeah, cave skip.
I realized that later.
I did the same thing when I was doing runs a while ago, where I had to pick up the extra pellets. I'm like, wait, where do I have to go? What is this nonsense? Why can't I get into this building? I know it has them.
I always like this one because you can grab them through the wall.
Yeah, it's
What?
funny. Fun. Do you not know
Man. No, I don't know anything.
that?
This is nonsense, man.
Let me reach
Okay.
over here real quick, right through the wall. Realistic video game.
Bloodborne is like a game that
Say
barely
that
functions.
as it's got aliens and humongous beasts, and I always like to default to the it's just a dream. If it doesn't make sense, it's just a dream.
See, that's the secret behind Bloodborne, is that it's all a dream, so none of it matters. Gascoigne can shoot you, even though he's two-handing his weapon, because nothing matters. Your Bloodborne. Your Molotovs can go into space, because nothing matters. Rom can do whatever she wants, because nothing matters. Mikolash can be Mikolash.
Gonna even get this.
I was definitely grabbing that shortcut. Definitely saved you. Probably at least a minute and a half, 2-minute run back, maybe even 3. That's one of the longest run backs.
Yeah, there are some parts of the run where it's a lot worse to die than others, and if you don't grab the shortcut, I think for any percent at least, this is probably the worst run back. Or I guess for Wet Nurse, for a normal any percent, you wouldn't grab the lamp after Mikolash, so that would be the worst, but we're getting the extra gem.
Ligarius run back's pretty bad too.
Oh yeah, even if you get the shortcut, it feels like it takes 500 years. Man, why we couldn't get the double Swedish, I'm sorry.
No.
I
Oh,
like how if you
really?
shoot him 3 times, he just gives up. Yeah, don't you love the marionettes? Aren't these the best enemies in the game? They just get iframes anytime they do anything, and you have to suck it up.
Oof.
Yeah, when Mikolash cooperates, like, you just bully him into the corner and it doesn't matter. But then sometimes the marionette will refuse to die, and then he steps too far out of into the hallway, and then it's a whole headache. But here it's going fine. This is what you want to see.
The main priority is to not let him get away from you, because that's when he does funny call beyond and all the bad stuff. If you can stay in his face, he's just gonna either punch you or do his little tentacle blap attack, and then you just strafe it and go on your merry way.
Yeah, iframing a Call Beyond is doable, and I guess it's not necessarily that hard to do, but you don't get many opportunities to practice it. Like, ideally, it just shouldn't happen. Because if you stay in his face, he won't do it, but all it takes is one tiny mistake for him to slip away from you, and then from there, the fight just spirals.
The real bad thing about Cal Beyond is just one of the little particles. If they hit you, you're dead. Like it's very strong. So like, you got to pretty much dodge into him to not get hit.
I wish it one-shot things when you used it.
Dude!
At least you can sort of play around the corner here.
Eel.
Make him block.
Eel.
What is going on?
He called Beyond.
I like
Yeah,
how I
he's a
said
cheater.
he does call Beyond when he's far away, and then he did it right in your face. Karma.
Yeah.
There, I wouldn't be surprised if it was some weird...
That commentator curse, my fault. I'll take the blame on that one.
Nah, don't worry.
I'm willing to bet that was some weird stuff with like the AI queuing up moves or what have you. Sometimes that'll happen. This game could use some elevator music at times like this. Bloodborne feels very binary in how it goes. Either it goes extremely well and it's the smoothest thing ever, or you just go on to like a death spiral.
Yeah.
But at least for this run, we can say it's almost over. Like Mikolash, after Mikolash, it's only 2 bosses. And one of those bosses is going to be very hard, but, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel is in sight. It's not like all bosses where if you are struggling with Mikolash, you're like maybe a third of the way through the run. Yeah, I would kill this guy too. There we go. See? They can be nice sometimes. What a great game. See, I get to hear your reactions to things just a little bit before it shows up, so...
Yeah.
I don't know if that's, like, relief because of a close call, or if you just got, like, tentacled to death.
Could be both.
Though I don't think the tentacle will one-shot you. At least it doesn't in all bosses. Maybe your defense is too low.
Only if I get a counter, basically.
Ah, gotcha.
If I'm like just normal, it doesn't kill me. But if it's a counter, I'm dead.
Gotcha. Man, no triple-double Swedish. Truly
Yep.
tragic. This is some bad luck. There you go. Alright. So far, so good. Yeah, that charge dart too. Feels good.
Yeah, keep him in that little.
Oh, fine.
See, here's the thing. I guarantee that Volgher has practiced Mikolash for like 1 billion hours, and this kind of thing has never happened before. That's what happens whenever you do runs. Things that are never a problem in practice prop up. You die to things that you didn't even know were possible. Alright, Peanut, if you don't mind taking the wheel, I need to leave for just 1 minute here.
I got you. We're coming up on the well, we got Wet Nurse and Gehrman now. That's the final 2? Is that right?
Yep.
We're going over here to pick up a good blood gem over by the Brain Ladies. This is one of the top 3 best gems in the game. Base game. Without farming. Isn't Frenzy just a great
No.
mechanic? Just take damage for nothing.
Yeah, it's great. Man, my echoes.
It's okay. Echoes are overrated.
Yeah.
No, I truly do think if there's I would say I'm biased, but also I think there's very few cons in Bloodborne, but there's Frenzy's a bad mechanic straight up. You just take damage for being there, being alive,
For existing. Yeah.
being in the game, yeah, existing. Right up there with the Ebrietta's low health when she's in like final phase health drain.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
cool.
that's terrible.
Which in speedruns you should never see because you just demolish her, stun lock her to death. But yeah,
Alright, I am back. It appears that the getting the gem by the lanterns went off without a hitch. That's good to see.
I can't see him, man. He drank some blue Gatorade.
Yummy.
Yummers.
Everyone's favorite flavor. Don't drink the red Gatorade. That's useless. Yeah, getting the shortcut's a good call. If you don't, then Wet Nurse is one of the worst runbacks you can
Right.
get, I think. I wouldn't know. If I died a Wet Nurse, I like throw a fit and reset like an adult. Right. Oh, I should mention, you see runners doing transformation attacks a lot. That's for two reasons. One of them is that it has a very good, it's very good for building up the boost meter. It builds it up a lot faster than regular attacks do. Secondly is because it staggers a lot better. Lots of bosses like Gascoigne or Maria or Gehrman, they will stagger to an L1, but they won't stagger to an L1.
Wow.
Nightmare cancel.
Oh, you got it, okay. See, I heard the just before the animation went off, so I didn't know what happened. Oh no.
Just believe.
Yeah, and also for Wet Nurse specifically, it can be nice to do transformation attacks when you know that she's about to jump away because of that extra range. You'll get a counter hit, I believe, and you'll also hit her when you otherwise wouldn't. So knowing when to use transformation attacks is another big part of that skill gap, especially for a boss like Wet Nurse. And with the pellet wearing off here, you can see how much of a difference this makes. Volgher's doing like almost half as much.
Trying
damage,
to
or
save them from Gehrman. I don't know how many tries I'm gonna need.
It's gonna be
I'm
first
gonna
try.
need more than one.
What's gonna happen is it's gonna be the best Gehrman fight of your life.
Oh, I hope so.
Wet Nurse definitely be a tank.
Yep.
Yeah. She's just a fat sack of HP. She doesn't really do much. You just stand behind her.
Built for
ideally.
tough.
Yeah, what a jerk. I'm glad she's dead.
Woo! Now for the
Everyone
final
say
boss.
hi, though.
In Elden Ring, it's Frenzy Flame, I think. Guilty. It's the Frenzy Flame thing.
Is it really frenzied if it doesn't proc through loading screens like in this game? Because it's a masterpiece?
True.
I don't know what they were cooking. Now, normally in any percent run, you would just surrender your life to Gehrman, but the dolls had enough. There wasn't a doll over there, by the way. There's no doll. When Volgher runs away from the Bath Messengers, there also won't be a doll. See? None. The dolls had enough, so Gehrman's gonna die today. Did you put the gems in your weapon?
Nope, I forgot.
You don't need them. You don't need them.
I do. I really do. You don't know how much this damage is bad. This damage is so bad, man. You have no idea.
I wasn't thinking about it because I was thinking like, oh, this is any percent, so this is the end. That didn't even occur to me to remind you until you had already triggered.
No, it's okay. Like, I went straight away too because I've been running all bosses and not this.
It's okay. This is why I'm here.
Oh,
All right. It does make a huge difference, by the way. That like those two gems he just put in were, I think, 15% and 18% respectively. So that is a massive difference in damage. But here we're just gonna get a casual, super easy, super fast German fight. Look at that. That damage isn't that bad.
I have the gems, remember that.
Yeah. It's okay, I'm convincing myself.
Okay.
Yeah, going for the visceral there. It's a little bit slower, but you get your health back at least.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
The percentages stack multiplicatively, which is part of why it's so strong. Like, if you have two 18% gems and a 15% gem, it doesn't add up to 50%. It's something like a 64% increase because it's all multiplicative. And that's on top of the Beast Blood pellet. So it's a huge, 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 huge amount of extra damage. You can take your time a little bit. There you go. Here he tries to fake you out thinking that he's not gonna do an AoE, and then he does an AoE. I think, should I be hitting him?
Oh, this is not good.
Yeah, fighting Gehrman Phase 3 is... oh my god, you never even see that attack normally.
Yeah,
it's alright.
Oh, 2 times! Let's go!
It's the super cool attack, don't worry about it. We're getting the cinematic finish here.
I'm dead. Ugh, okay.
You're not dead. Gamers never die. Okay.
Gamers never die.
Is that Ultra Instinct?
Yes.
I think Volgher has the Ultra Instinct.
I believe they're multiplicative, Reeve, but I'm not 100% certain.
They are.
I've never truly mathed it.
Well, I did the math.
I just believe blindly.
Believing is more important. It's the same basic strategies as in an all bosses run. It's just that the fight is way longer.
Yeah.
It is truly remarkable how mobile he is for having a peg leg.
You know how it is. It's actually a secret superpower. It's just like one of my animes, you know?
Dang,
He also gets into
that
total...
was not very nice.
You know, Gehrman doesn't owe you anything when you really think about it. There you go. At least that attack is nice and easy.
Oh!
That attack is not
Okay.
nice and easy.
I have one pellet. Is it time for the anime transformation where she finds her hidden power?
Yes.
I think it's time.
Yeah. Okay.
She has to kill the part of herself. But only after she gets her blood echoes.
This is it, guys. I have some more stuff that I can also get from the bath.
Hey, now's not the time for a bath. We're doing a speed run.
So, so
Man, you are desperate if you're having to like buy the Gascoigne gear and sell it. I've never known such poverty.
So,
Olá,
and
boa.
this
Eu
time,
honrado
she
por lhe
talks to
gostar.
her inner self,
Muito bem.
and she actually manages to get some levels.
Man, you took that a much brighter direction than I was going. I'm like, yeah, she kills the weakness within her, and that's how she levels up.
Okay.
Man, who taught the doll how to use a gun? Yeah, you're doing like twice as much damage now or something.
Yeah. Oh, too soon.
It's
Better too
insulting
soon than
how
too
these
late.
fuckers- Yeah. See here, we're
What?
making use of those. Yep. That butt is a classic airman.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, just a little early.
That's not good.
Game sucks.
Okay, I'm gonna give it one go, just one go, without the pellet.
I believe.
Me too.
The true anime power-up is when she realizes she doesn't need the beast blood pellets.
I have this.
Yep. That's all you need.
Some fire. Let's go. Okay.
Oh, that backstab. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
I can see. Oh. I'm dead. Oh.
Not with that attitude.
Yes, with that attitude, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. One more? Last one?
With you got to give it all you got since you have got nothing left.
Yeah.
That was a bar. I should write that down.
Dropping dimes.
I'm sure I stole that from somewhere.
I'd at
without
least go
realizing
until you keep trying until you run out of materials. Bullets,
well, I guess he's
specifically.
bullets. Yeah. You just have
That
to
was
believe in
that was a fast one. Sorry.
I'm trying to think if
No,
there are any
you're good.
pellets left you can pick up, but I don't think there are.
Yeah,
Nope.
I don't let people quit rounds.
Just
Sorry.
the DLC ones, I think.
And you didn't kill him. Actually, you could go to the DLC, but I think the only like.
But I had to
convenient
kill
pellet's really
Ludwig to
far
get
in,
it.
So, yeah, I think there is actually one in the Hunter's Nightmare, but it's not worth it. It's so far out of the way.
Yeah. Oh, it hit me! Wow.
How could the
Not
boss
dead.
hit you?
Not dead.
It usually doesn't happen. Not bad.
Kind of got robbed on that one.
Yep.
I mean, that's Garabin in a nutshell. You're getting robbed.
I don't know what it is. Like, it kind of started, I guess, with Bloodborne, really, because it's what DS1, DS2, Bloodborne were the chronological order, but Bloodborne started the trend of like not level boss fights or boss arenas. They always have elevations. DS3's got that plus all the junk in there. Sekiro had the same type of thing as this, like hilly, weird elevations. I guess
No, you
Elden
don't
Ring kind of
understand.
sort of went back to flat.
It's really important for your immersion that sometimes you try to parry the boss and it like goes under his armpit, you know?
Yup.
You just gotta lock in.
Lock in.
Lock in. Lock in. Get it twisted.
Get it
Lock
twisted. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, if you lock in, you can do anything. Come on.
If you wait 90 minutes to drink your first cup of coffee before you go to bed.
So what? That's not how it goes.
I don't remember. It's been a while. Okay.
You're supposed to be playing the game. I wish your gun had that range.
There you go.
There, now it snowballs. You're on the path of victory. Prod.
There you go.
What a guy. Just shooting twice in a row.
What? Oh! I thought I was off that range.
He reaches pretty far on that one.
I
You back
have,
dodge. If you back dodge, you can get out of it. I think.
I have
Yeah.
one last transformation.
All right.
Like,
What?
just-
We got one more.
One last transformation.
We're digging deep.
He's gonna
I'm
sell
gonna-
it all set.
Yes.
Yeah. It's on equip it first. Well, who would have known the secret to beating Gehrman's getting naked? Don't quote me on that.
That's not so many levels more, but that's okay.
That's like one level.
28. That's all I need. Let's go. Last one. Just the doll without her set. That's it.
She gave up her clothes. She gave up her
All of
I don't
them.
know, something else. Yeah.
I'm dead.
I've
No!
cursed this stream.
Yeah, okay, good. I think it's time.
Well, we got some any percent plus naked doll action, and I think that was worth it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Cookie.
Actual Cookie.
Yeah, it's actual Cookie. He's here.
Yeah.
Alright, is that where we're calling it then?
Your
Believe
call
so.
being it.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you so much, Volgher, for the
Ah,
run.
it was fun. Sorry for the scuffed run.
Oh, it's all fine. It's fine.
It's all part of the fun.
Oh yeah. So we will wrap it up here for this run. Again, thank you, Volgher. Volgher is going to be back later on for a bingo run towards the end of the event. And so we'll probably cut it off here, go to intermission, and then we'll probably play a video. So Strap in, guys. Don't go nowhere. Get your popcorn ready.